Hello everyone and welcome back to Phasmophobia. Today we're going to take a look at the Thaye, all of its special abilities, and how best to identify this ghost on Nightmare mode. The Thaye has a special ability that, at the start of an investigation, it has an increased chance for both interactions and ghost events. It can early hunt at 75% average sanity and has an insanely fast speed during hunts. While not quite as fast as a Revenant in line of sight of a player, the Thaye's speed does not change based on line of sight, making it extremely dangerous before it has had time to age. So, the fastest way to identify the Thaye, if you want to go this route, is to test the ghost speed at the beginning of the investigation. If you trigger a cursed hunt and the ghost is extremely fast and does not get slow once out of line of sight of you, or near you, you know it has to be a Thaye. Here is the Thaye's speed when it is at its strongest. Just make sure to have a smudge stick with you if you want to attempt this test. A Daogen will also sound extremely fast coming towards you, but you will hear it slow down noticeably as it gets near you. If you hear this distinctive slowdown, you will know it's not the Thaye and you will need to run, as you cannot hide from the Daogen. As you spend time around the ghost, the Thaye's strengths will decrease over time. This is why the ghost is said to age. Its hunting speed, interaction rate, number of ghost events, and hunting threshold should decrease accordingly. According to the devs, the Thaye will attempt to age every 1 to 2 minutes. If there are players in the same room as the ghost, the age will succeed and the Thaye will be weakened. If there are no players around, the aging will fail and the ghost will remain at the same strength. After 30 seconds, the ghost will be able to attempt to age again. Because of this, the Thayes are very powerful on large maps where players may not be around the ghost for long periods of time. If you believe you have a Thaye, spending time in the ghost room will help weaken the ghost faster. Thayes will age a total of 10 times, and each time it ages, its hunting sanity threshold will decrease by 6%, and its hunting speed will drop by 0.175 meters per second. Additionally, their chances of doing interactions or ghost events will drop by 15%. The ghost will age until it reaches a minimum strength tier, where it can only hunt after 15% sanity, it will have a very slow hunting speed, and will have fewer interactions and fewer ghost events than other ghosts. The change in its hunting speed and threshold can also be used to test for the Thaye. If you have spent a lot of time in the ghost room and you feel like it has quit doing things, you can test to see if it can only hunt below 15% sanity. If you're on Nightmare and do not know your sanity, you can get hunted and see if the ghost is very slow at this point regardless of line of sight. Here is the Thaye's slowest hunting speed. Now let's talk about how this ghost works with the Mimic. If the Mimic copies the Thaye, it will choose a random age to be, and will change into a new ghost type instead of aging. One of the best ways to test for a Mimic on Nightmare is to notice a change in hunting speeds, but the Thaye can now also do this. However, if a ghost gets faster during a hunt after being slower before, you can immediately rule out the Thaye. The Thaye will only get slower and then will remain slow during hunts once it has reached its max age. Lastly, the Thaye does have an increased chance of leaving ghost writing and showing dots. However, this trait is generally not very useful in identifying the ghost. All other ghosts will randomly give off this evidence, and how long it takes them to do it will always vary. Additionally, the Daogen also has this same ability. If you do notice it giving off dots a lot, it could mean it is a Thaye or a Daogen, but does not necessarily guarantee it. However, if you are playing on Nightmare and do not get one of these pieces of evidences fairly early on, you can probably rule out these two. So thank you so much for joining me. If you found this guide useful, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe for future content. And be sure to check out my channel for other Phasmophobia guide videos and playthroughs. I also like to give a huge shout out to my patrons. Thank you all for everything you have done to help support me in making content. I couldn't do this without you. Happy hunting out there!